The alliance between China and Russia is strengthening as the two nations began large-scale military exercises on Thursday in Russia's Far East. With war still waging in Ukraine and tensions escalating between China and Taiwan, concerns over the United States' position are now on the rise. Now, here to react, senior fellow at the Gatestone Institute and author of The Coming Collapse of China, Gordon Chang, and Russian-born former U.S. Defense Intelligence officer and author of Putin's Playbook, Rebekah Koffler. Thank you both for being with us this morning. So, Gordon, how big a threat do you take it that these two superpowers are now conducting joint military exercises?
Well, the Russians and the Chinese have conducted exercises together since about 2005, but they've become much closer. We have seen attempts to create interoperability between the two militaries. And also, the Russians have been practicing with the Chinese in the South China Sea and in related areas. So, yes, we have to assume that if we're in a fight with China, that Russia would come in on the other side. You know, we may think that that's not possible. It may not even be likely. But when we think about war, we have to assume it will occur because these two militaries are getting much closer together, as are Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping.
Rebekah, let's pick up on that from Gordon. He mentions they've been conducting military exercises together since 2005. However, it's my understanding, and please correct me if I'm wrong, it's not an alliance. It's not a deep alliance. There's a deep suspicion between these two countries. Is that changing, though? Is this now an alliance that is one? Is it one of convenience, as in we have a common enemy, or is it one where this is a true partnership between Russia and China?
You're correct, Will, that they're not true strategic partners. There's fear between Russia and China and antagonism. But regardless, they have been deepening their strategic alliance, as Gordon mentioned, and I 100% agree with Gordon that although the risk and the probability of Russia and China staging a two-theater war, presenting a tremendous threat to the United States, it is there. These two have been deepening their alliance, and even in the run-up of Putin's invasion of Ukraine, they announced a no-limit partnership. Both countries have the doctrines to defeat the United States, either through subversion over the long term or in the battlefield if we intervene on behalf of countries like Ukraine, on behalf of countries like China. And so, yes, like Taiwan, rather.
Right.
So the risk is really there, and it's especially heightened by the fact that we are in the active conflict right now, and the fact that neither Xi nor Putin have respect for President Biden and the current administration.
Gordon, talk to me. So Rebekah laid out, I think it's fair to say that China's approach to the United States when it comes to our adversarial relationship has been subversion over the long haul, as Rebekah pointed out. But as to the potential for overt conflict, do you think China looks at Ukraine and then therefore takes on some humility? In other words, they see some, and we don't know the lessons yet of Ukraine. I think it's still too early. But do they see Russia and their experience in Ukraine and say, you know, direct conflict, it's not really the way to go, even if it's over Taiwan?
I hope that's the lesson that Beijing is taking on, but they probably are looking at it differently. They're looking at the failure of the United States in Afghanistan, as you pointed out, as well as the failure to deter Putin. And so the Chinese are probably saying, well, you know, a far stronger U.S. failed in Afghanistan, failed in Ukraine, is probably going to fail in Taiwan as well. And they're probably looking at the sanctions regime against Russia and saying, that's not working out very well for the West.
Right.
So and they certainly are not going to impose sanctions on China. And we got to remember, Will, they don't need a formal alliance or formal agreement to actually help each other. Because if, for instance, we get really tied down in Ukraine, you know, China might think, well, look, we'll go after Taiwan. The U.S. is distracted. And so, therefore, even though not a formal military alliance, they're helping each other by working to distract one from the other.
Well, you make a great point, and I mentioned it. We don't know the lesson of Ukraine just yet, but the sanctions haven't had their effect. And the far more obvious lesson is Afghanistan. So which way does that inspire action? Last question to you, Rebekah. Gordon said it. He said it in both ways now. He said, anticipate, if there's a conflict, count on them being together, Russia and China. Do you agree with that? And Gordon just changed it a little bit it could be not obvious or overt, the alliance. But if we get into a conflict with one or the other, are we in a conflict with both?
I 100% agree with Gordon. They absolutely will join forces. And this is what the strategic military war game is all about. That is ongoing right now. Putin will come on the 6th of September to oversee the live fire portion. And previously, such exercises included a nuclear component. As I mentioned to Fox News Digital, this exercise has a high risk of miscalculation and misinterpretation.
Oh, boy. Ominous, enlightening conversation with both of you. Gordon Chang, Rebekah Koffler, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.